What is up, YouTube? We are back with another video. Those of you that are new, welcome. I would appreciate a subscribe if I don't earn it by your standards. Don't feel obligated to give me one, but so we're gonna put a little mix up in here. So like my regular watchers, there's a few of them. We're done with the Fox body for now. I got to get some money saved back up. I spent a lot while I was on vacation, and I was hoping that those injectors were gonna fix it, and then you know, just the cost of being out of town for a week, like I gotta pay all my bills and stuff, so I gotta take it easy on the parts buying right now. So we're gonna work on something that I already got. So you guys probably don't know this, but if you go back, there's a video of my motorcycle on there, and today we're gonna redo that video kinda, but at the same time I have to get my carbs fixed. So I quit draining full tanks of gas out of it because I always forget to leave shut the fuel off. Stay tuned if you're interested in motorcycles. It's a 81 Yamaha, but it's just a cool little bobber project that I started, so I hope we can get it done. All right, we are in the garage. I gotta turn this off or I'm gonna get hit with copyright or something, and I don't want to do that because, well, I'm trying to build the channel and not take a step back. But as I said, my motorcycle, I'll flip it around and give you guys a walk around. Oh Jesus, I can hear it now. That thing is sketchy. I understand if y'all think it's sketchy. I have put plenty of miles on it. It's reliable. I trust it. Well, I guess I can't say reliable as I gotta tear it apart. It wasn't made for everybody. It was made for me, and if anybody else likes it, I appreciate it. I really do. I get a lot of compliments on it, actually. So what I did was I cut the entire back half off of it, and then from there I decided I needed a spine. Well, once I get the tank off and the seat off, you'll understand what I mean by it's a little snug. So that's how we're rolling. I had a rear fender on it at one time. I bought a trailer fender and split it in half. And then a corner of the seat brace that I had built, I didn't round off. So it put a hole in my fender, and that's why my tire is grooved like that. You cannot tell in how it rides. You really wouldn't know it's there. It's literally just an extra rain groove. By the time it's wore out of there, the tire's half gone, so I'm not too worried about it. Then this is a shaft drive bike, which I didn't know that when I bought it. So I've learned a lot doing this, which is why I say I understand if y'all think it's kind of sketchy. But I've bought 3 different coilover shocks for it. I started with a 600 pound and then a 1,000 pound. I think I put probably 1,500 miles on the 1,000 pound, and then I upgraded to this one, which is a 1,200. This one is turned about halfway up right now, and it will support a rider of probably about 220, 230. So the nice part about these shaft drives is it's almost immediate torque. So when you're riding it, the whole bike like raises like this. So that's why it can support a bigger guy on it. I have a normal shifter for it. I broke my hand like not very long after I had finished this, so I had to rock it with the other shifter. We've been through a lot of clutches learning how to adjust it for the suicide shifter, but we are set. It is on kill. Literally almost every part on this thing, you will be amazed by where I bought it. So we're not going to talk about that yet. And there's a sticker down here. I just noticed this. Somebody sticker bombed my motorcycle with a Bob Ross painting a cat. We got a lot of time put into the wrap of the manifold. All I did there was cut the H-pipe out of it and then add on down here. This is kind of the show side if you think about how a bike goes. The rear brake, the paint's off that. I rebuilt that. I think I've rode it 10 miles so far, so that It's still kind of in the fabrication stage, but you can see that the pipe is wrapped, and then towards the front there is where the Y is, and then it just comes back to the single pipe. It is super, super, super loud, and everybody hates it. Before this video gets too long, I'm going to go ahead and start tearing this thing apart. So just like that was sped up. It literally took like 30 seconds. So there's one bolt that holds the seat on, right? So around the coilover, we built this hoop that supports the seat. And then from here, you can just, it's kind of tricky because it got bent a little bit, but you just lift it off. And then this big bolt welded onto the bottom of the seat pan lines up into the hoop, the coilover hoop that is welded to the spine. So it just lands in here, and then the bolt goes through it. So once you get the seat off, all you do is take out two 7/16 self-tappers. So I'm gonna pop those out quick. I'm not gonna record it because everybody's taking a self-tapper out. All right, we got the self-tappers out, and before we continue, I just wanna mention, if any of y'all noticed this sticker on here, thumbs up to you, you're the fucking man. I have relocated my battery. Originally, it was mounted this way, and it rubs holes in the back of your jeans. So I swapped it for this setup, and it seemed to work out pretty all right. We're gonna pop the fuel line off. So the fuel is shut off right now because it just runs out. So I'll see if I can get this off while I'm filming. So you just take it, give it a tug, and then, oh, my vent one, there's another one up here that you need to unplug too. I'm not sure where mine's at right now. So that's not good. But from here, it literally just, you lift it up, slide it back, and then it's literally off. So I'm gonna take it off quick. So we have the factory harness in this bike. I have taken it out of the bike with some help, and we laid it on the floor right here. And it took me probably 2 weeks to figure out how to simplify the wiring in this. And I'll have you know, from my first time ever doing it, the only thing I missed was the power to the kill switch. So I was very excited with myself. But anyways, so it's all simplified, shortened up, and then we zip tied and crammed most of it up into here, which is hidden by the tank. The tank comes down to like this range, so all of the wiring, the coils are hidden. So then from there, I was like, how the heck do these gas tanks mount? So the factory gas tanks come down here, push onto these, and there's a bolt. So this comes back, and that goes into the fender mount and everything. Well, there's a bolt right here, and I was like, dang it, how can I do this? So I found a piece of pipe. I put a bunch of electrical tape on it till it was a snug fit. You can see here where it rubs, so it is snug. And then from there, I literally just laid it on here, and then I picked it up. I want to say like an 1/8 inch, and that's what this plate was for. So after I had my coil mounted and everything, I capped it, and then I figured out how big I needed this piece and then cut the extra off. But so from there, the tank sits up, and then that's where this clamp comes in with the two self-tappers, and it just screws into here and clamps the tank down like that. So that's how this thing is put together. From what you can see, the spine is absolutely in the way, if you did notice that. So the spine is absolutely, completely in the way, and it hits the carbs. So that's why these suck to take off. But if you are working on an XJ650, you have to take the motor out, I believe, because you can't get the airbox out. I smashed my airbox with a hammer because I didn't ever plan on putting it back in. I'm gonna get a lot of crap for running these with no filters. It is what it is, all right? Y'all can talk all the shit you want. This thing runs like an absolute freaking banshee. As soon as I get this float and this carb fixed, oh my God, you guys are gonna be impressed by this thing. I'm not joking. My intake boots are cracked all to hell, so I took RTV, which is gasket maker, and just smeared it all the way around here. So nobody really knows that, so keep that a secret between us. But if you're working on one of these and you gotta get the carbs off, there's bolts here and bolts, there's 2 bolts in each one. So these inside ones are almost freaking impossible to get out. So take your time. If you get mad, just take a breather, take a step back. It is doable. I did it twice already, and like you guys saw, it's even more impossible for me to wiggle these things around. Now, I want to say when I put it back together this last time, I found it easier to undo the clamps on the boots for the carb side, and then I can just push mine down and they come out of the boots rather than trying to pull it out, because as I can't pull it. So if you're working on an FJ or XJ650, you have 4 carbs. Now, this is your choke. My choke broke a long time ago, but you have to take your throttle cable out, which I take it out of here first because it's easier. And then your throttle is, it's hard to see it, but it's right there. And it flips. But I have to take the supports off of this. I just tried to take these off without it. I loosened these rather than take these bolts out. There's 2 bolts on each one. So I loosened the hose clamp because that just works for me the best. And then I pushed down on them, but I couldn't get it quite far enough because I was fighting this bar. So if I put this, oh, I guess you can see where it's hitting. If I take some metal out of that, I probably wouldn't struggle at all. But it's just 2 screws that I have in this still. It's supposed to have 2 in each carburetor, but it is what it is. This is just kind of there for looks at this point. So now that that's off, I think these carbs are just gonna pop right off. And I hope they do. Oh, Jesus. Oh, there's one. And then this other side, just like that. And then to snake them out, which I'm gonna have to use both hands. All right, so they're out. It literally just took 2 hands to pull on it. It came right out, no big deal. So this support, if anybody wants to hassle me for only having 2 bolts in it, this is also a factory one. That's on the bottom side. So it is what it is. Y'all can either suggest it or not my problem. But I got my bowl taken apart here, and I gotta figure out what is going on with this float, other than it kind of appears to be upside down. So that's kind of what I thought last time I was in here. It might not be. I'm not real sure yet. I'm gonna pop the other ones off, but I'm pretty sure it's upside down. Last time they were off, I synced them. If you want to know how to sync them, there's plenty of videos, and there's also a tool that makes it easier. I do not have the tool. I used YouTube as my tool, and it's something to do with a paper clip and sticking it underneath these butterflies. That's pretty much it. I just got to find my other ones if I need to rob parts, and then I can slam it back together. But that'll be the next video, will be this thing going back together. So for anybody that missed part of it, or when my phone died and you guys got screwed out of a part that you wanted to see, I will be putting it back together in the next video. And thanks for watching, you guys. This is one of the most viewed videos, topics that I have, so I figured I might as well touch up on it again. It's the same bike, it's the same everything. And yeah, it was pretty much made off eBay and Amazon. I didn't say it earlier, but if you stuck around this long, y'all can know. You just gotta do a little research on the parts that you buy. Like, the grips came from Taiwan. I had Chinese ones and they stripped out right away. Turns out Taiwan aluminum is better. Who would have thought? But I see y'all in the next one.